to get started just like usual, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to do chin tucks back for 10. Let's get ready and begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's reset. Head turns left and right for 10, 5 each direction. Ready and begin. 1, back to center. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we're going to get into the warm-up portion of our workout. So we're going to do our 4-count cherry pickers with a arm circle back. Okay, you can do this seated too. You just feet are a little bit outside the width of the shoulders, reaching outwards, middle, inwards, and then an arm circle back. Okay, 1 minute of these. Let's get ready in 3, 2, and 1. Right outside the width of our shoulders, out, middle, in, and up and back. Just waking up the joints in the body here. Not taking it past where your body wants to go, okay? It'll slowly, the more we move, the more we'll warm up. Our range of motion should increase. So just take it where it wants to go without forcing it right now. Five more seconds here, then we're going to go into a ham curls with a pull back. 2 and 1. Okay, so we're going to come right into our ham curls. If you're standing, we're flexing the foot. If you're seated, you're kind of toe tapping that back a little bit, still getting that flexion through the knee and pulling those elbows back. Oops, chair. Sorry guys, I'm in the process of moving here, so I've got some furniture changes here. Halfway through these. Next, we're going to do lateral side steps with a lateral raise of the arm. Three, 2, and 1. So here we are. We're going to side step. Okay, back and forth. The halfway mark at 30 seconds in, we're going to take this to a front raise. We're going to keep the legs the same. And in 3, 2, and 1. So we just bring them right out front now. Ten more seconds here. And we're going to go into a transverse squat. We did these last week, okay? So feet are forward, okay? Our left foot comes out, sink it down, back to center. Right foot, okay? So you're kind of making this right angle with the heels of your feet. Like if you were to connect the lines, think of a clock. You start with both your feet at 12, okay? And then when you come to the left, your one foot goes to 9, while the other remains at 12. When you come to the right, the other foot goes to 3 o'clock, while the other one stays at 12. So one foot is always at 12, sometimes 2. We have 15 more seconds here, and that will conclude the warm-up portion of our workout. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, guys. First set here is going to be an ABCD. So 4 exercises, 2 sets of the first 2, 2 sets of the second 2, and then 1 set of all 4 exercises together. We're going to focus on back and legs here. Our first exercise is going to be a reverse fly to upright row. So we are going to be in our hinged position here. Okay, so remember, think of hips pushing back versus knees coming forward. Okay, hips back instead of, we don't want this, we don't want this. Okay, see how my knees went forward? We want this. Okay, so we're gonna reverse fly with our dumbbells, use our glutes to stand it up, upright row. So here's my side view right here, reverse fly, upright row. Okay, so from the front, my feet are hip width apart, toes forward, reverse fly, knuckles up towards the ceiling, stand it up, upright row. Okay, that's our first exercise right there. Second is our goblet squat. Okay, third is our hinge and row. Okay, so that same stance as the first one, as a reverse fly and upright row. Toes forward under hips, pull those dumbbells to the pockets, and then stand it up. Okay, so row and up. And then our last one is that warm-up move, that transverse squat we just did. Okay, all right, so that is our set here. So let's go ahead and grab a lighter pair of dumbbells here for our reverse fly to upright row. We're going to start with that. You can do this seated too. Okay, you just simply come here. All right, up and upright row. Okay, all right, here we go. 45 seconds is going on the clock in 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to show you a little trick here too. Okay, so we really want to think about the back of the shoulders when we're doing our reverse fly, keeping the core engaged. And if at any point your weights start to get too heavy for that reverse fly, you can come out with a bent elbow. So there's, you see this, the elbows are still wide here, okay, with as the shoulder, but it's going to make it a little easier because your limbs are not as long. Try not to use momentum here. So we want to take it out and then control it on the way back down. 2 and 1. Okay. We're going to go into a goblet squat. So you can hold 1 or 2 dumbbells depending on what you have. You could always hold 2 dumbbells like this too if you need a little more weight. Heels are shoulder width apart, toes slightly flared out. Here we go. We're going to sink our hips back and down. Use the glutes to drive up. Weight in the heel of the foot. Keeping that belly button pulled back. Remember, the quality of your work is most important here. So focus on quality and technique over a lot of reps here. It's okay to take extra rest time if you need it. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. We're going to go back to that first exercise. All right, so our reverse fly to upright row. Shove from the sides, our feet are underneath our hips, toes are forward. We're going to push the hips back. Here we go. Reverse fly. Stand it up. Upright row. Control those weights on the way down. And remember, if it feels too heavy with the arms extended, take your elbows up, shoulder height instead. 5 seconds here. 2 and 1. Okay. Second set of goblet squats, and then we're going to move on to the next 2 exercises. You're doing an alternating leg extension if you're seated. 3, 2, and 1. 10 more seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, moving on to the second 2 exercises. We're going back to that, we're going to our hinge and row. Okay, one of our staples here. All right, 3, 2, and 1. So this can be done from a seated position too. We're just throwing those dumbbells towards our pockets here. Elbows stay close to the rib cage. Neutral spine, neutral neck. So we're using those hamstrings and glutes to stand back up. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, that's our first side of that. Now we're going to that transverse squat. We can do this one body weight. Okay, so again, when we're going to the right, we're taking our foot out to 3 o'clock. When we go to the left, we're taking our foot out to 9 o'clock. Here we go. So let's just focus on technique and paying attention to our foot position. Have lots of body awareness here. And we'll use this as active recovery in between the first 3 exercises we did, those weighted ones. So just focus on technique here. Five more seconds. 2 and 1. Okay, excellent. We are going back to our hinge and row now. Feet are underneath our hips, toes are forward. And push those hips back. Remember, it's not knees forward, it's hips back. Here we go. Hips back, row into the pockets. Use the glutes and hamstrings to stand up. I'm keeping my belly button as pulled back towards my spine as I can. Ten more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, we're going back to those transverse squats, okay? So we're gonna pivot about 1/4 of a way from, we were in a circle here, right? Here we go. And pivot 1 foot, 1/4, and back to center. 1/4 on the other side. So it's like almost like if you were to draw a line from both heels, it would make a right angle there, right? You get a nice perfect 90-degree angle. After this round, we're going back to the top for one more round through of all 4 exercises. 3, 2, and one. Okay, great. Going back to the top, we have that reverse fly to upright row combination. Feet are underneath hips, toes are forward. Here we go, we're gonna push those hips back. Reverse fly, control it on the way down. Small muscle groups in the back of the shoulder are working for you. This feels like a lot of tension in the neck. Try doing it like this, elbows out, shoulder height, okay? Might feel a little less strenuous. Five more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Our next one is our goblet squat or our front squat. So you can have one dumbbell or two dumbbells here. Heels are about shoulder width apart. Toes are slightly out. Ready and begin. Get down. Drive it up. We're past halfway. 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Next exercise is our hinge and row. We start in 10 seconds. Almost through this block. Feet under hips, toes are forward. Let's get ready to push those hips back, belly button to spine. Begin. Pull those dumbbells towards the pockets. Good, past halfway. Just 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. You can put our weights aside. We're going into our transfer squats to close out this block. Just turning my ear down a little bit so I'm getting hot. All right, final set of our transfer squats. Ready? And begin. Step it out a quarter of the way in my imaginary circle. Okay, quarter of the way. To get this external rotation of the hip. Okay, so that's part of the focus here is that we're moving rotationally. We're getting that rotation through the hip. Trying to promote better mobility, mechanics through our joints. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, guys. That is our first working block here. Next, we are going to go into a cardio first. So we're going to do 3 minutes of 3 minutes of 30 seconds each for 3 rounds. So we have our slip rope squat. Okay, so we're going under and over that imaginary rope, right? The rope's about shoulder height. We've got to go under and over. Under and over. Okay, 30 seconds there. And we're going right into 30 seconds, 3 count knee repeaters. So 1, 2, 3, back, back, forward. 1, 2, 3, back, back, forward. Okay. Just like that. You can also do these seated here. You just won't be doing the back forward. Okay. All right, guys, that's it. 30 seconds each exercise, 3 rounds. No rest in between. This is a 3-minute burst. Let's get ready for our slip rope squat in 3, 2, and 1. All right, imaginary rope, under and over. 10 more seconds here, then we're gonna go to that 3 count knee repeater. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, back, forward, 1, 2, 3. Ten seconds here, we go back to slip rope squats. 3, 2, and 1, here we go. Under and over. Round 2 of 3 here. Take it to an intensity that feels good for you. Remember, the quality of your work should dictate your speed, right? If you're trying to move fast, but you feel like you're compromising your form, slow it down. 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Back to 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. Okay, final set here, slip ropes. Ten more seconds. 2, and 1. All right, last one of our 3 count knee repeaters. 3, 2, and 1. All right, nice work, guys. 3 little cardio bursts. Let's go ahead and recover, get a drink here. We're gonna go into a 45-15 again. This time it's just gonna be 4 exercises for 3 rounds in a row, okay? It's not RAB like the first one. So 45-15 again. And we are focusing on shoulders and a little bit of legs, a little bit of biceps. Where is my, there it is, okay. So we've got our ground to overhead. This is a total body pattern, all right? So that's where you can take 1 or 2 dumbbells, depending on your weight. If you have 1, you might like to hold it this way, okay? Or if you have 2, you hold 2 in either hand, just like you normally would. We're gonna come from picking up between our legs here. So our feet are just outside the width of our shoulder, right? And we're gonna push the hips back. We're gonna take it up, right? Drive through the legs and put it away. Okay, so ground to overhead. If you have a hard time going overhead, maybe you wanna give a press, okay? If you're using a single dumbbell, you can press forward instead. We're at a 45. Okay, so that would be an alternative for you. After we do our ground to overhead, we have lunging, reverse lunging. Okay, so you can grab onto a chair if you need some assistance there, or we can do an alternating seated leg press on the chair for a seated option. Then we have we're gonna do a lateral raise to bicep curl combo, okay? And then last but not least, we're going to be working on our middle back here. We're gonna push our hips back, thumbs up. We're gonna go I, T, and Y. This will be a body weight one, okay? All right, guys, so we're gonna start with our ground to overhead, okay? So grab two lighter dumbbells or one heavier dumbbell here, okay? Our stance is wide here because we're picking up that box that we're putting away in between we're picking it up from in between our feet here, okay? Right in front of, in between our feet, all right? Let's get ready in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So right outside the width of my shoulders, my toes are forward. Putting it away. Pick it up, drive. Keep the glutes engaged. When you start driving up from picking it up off the floor, keep the glutes engaged even while you're putting the package, quote unquote, away, okay? Ten more seconds here. 2, and 1. Okay, we've got our lunging here, okay? So you can hold on to the side of your chair or the back of your chair, or if you're advanced, you might hold a dumbbell or just body weight, okay? Alternating seated leg press is your chair option here, okay? So some of you might prefer to focus on that muscle contraction and not as much as the bounce of it. So if that's the case, holding onto a chair with both hands is a good option here. You're trying to feel those muscles work, okay? If you're a little more concerned about balance and trying to work on your core stability, you might prefer just having one hand lightly on the chair, or just even having the chair right next to you so it's there in case you need it, okay? 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. We're going to go into our lateral raise to bicep curl now, okay? So this would be not too heavy of a weight here, okay? 2, 1. All right, I'm coming out to a bicep curl, okay? So control it on the way down on both of these exercises. So as I lateral raise, 3, 2, 1, bicep curl, 3, 2, 1, okay? Core is tight, glutes are tight. Thinking about our shoulders and our biceps with this movement. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, weights aside here, we're gonna go into our body weight exercise. Thumbs up, ITY, okay? So hips go back, right? This is another hips back, not knees forward, hips back, okay? Here we go. Thumbs up to I shape, thumbs out to T, thumbs somewhere in between to Y. Let's repeat. This whole time you're trying to really keep your belly button pulled back towards your spine, and you want to keep a nice neutral spine, and that includes your neck position too, right? So you don't want to be looking totally upright and making your spine and your neck bend, right? We're trying to keep a nice straight line all the way through from the tip of our head to our tailbone. 5 more seconds here. 2, and 1. That is round 1. So coming back to the top with that ground to overhead. So we're getting a wider stance again. Toes are forward. All right, 1 or 2 dumbbells. Okay, you're doing 1 dumbbell. You might like to hold it like this. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and pick it up off the floor. And when I say pick it up off the floor, like we're pretending, right? We're never actually letting go of the weight. But it's that idea of that, how this movement can mimic doing something in everyday daily activities, right? Putting that laundry basket on a top shelf, or, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. We're going back to our lunges. Remember, guys, get your drinks whenever you need them. Okay, you can always start a little late or stop a little early if you need some extra recovery. Lunging. Here we go. Remember to use your options here. Both hands on the chair, one hand on a chair just close by, or a goblet weight, okay? And also you could do your alternating seated leg press, right? You want to do this from a seated position. Going back to our lateral raise, the bicep curl next. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Picking up those weights again. Go ahead, take it out to our lateral raise. It's a bicep curl. Remember, we're controlling it as we lower. Okay, here we go. So my core is tight. 1, 2, 3. Bicep curl. 1, 2, 3. Raise. 1, 2. Okay, so we want to work on the easier part of the exercise is when gravity's helping us, okay? We do that by slowing down gravity's work. Ten more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Going into our second set of our ITYs, we're gonna have those thumbs up. This is our body weight one. Our feet are underneath our hips, toes are forward. We're pushing hips back, right? Not knees forward, hips back, neutral spine and neck. Thumbs up to I, thumbs out to T, thumbs somewhere in between to Y. Keep that belly button pulled back towards the core. Excellent exercise for posture and shoulder health and mobility, okay? We are working our upper and middle back with this exercise. And it's okay if your ITY pattern, jumbles up. I know mine has been, especially while I've been talking. I'm just making sure I hit all 3 of those angles, okay? It doesn't have to be in the ITY order. Okay, guys, one more time through. Ground it overhead, okay? Heels right outside the width of the shoulders or in line with the shoulders. Toes are forward, okay? All right, go ahead. Pick it up, drive through the heels, keep the glutes and core engaged as we put it away. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, all done with those. Last set of lunges or alternating seated leg press, okay? Use your options here, all right? Here we go. Lunge. Remember, quality of your work. Very important. Halfway. 10 more seconds here. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Lateral raise and bicep curl for the last time. All right. Roll shoulders back and down, core is engaged, glutes are engaged. Here we go. Lateral raise, 3, 2, 1. Flip it, bicep curl. 3, 2, 1. Five more seconds. 2, and 1. All right, we have one more exercise in this block here. We have our ITY. So thumbs up, okay? Pushing those hips back, core is engaged, nice neutral spine and neck. Here we go. Thumbs up to I, thumbs out to T, thumbs out to Y. Keep that core control. Keep focusing on that belly button being pulled back and sinking those hips back. Final 10 seconds here. 5, 3, 2, and time. All right, nice job, guys. Let's go ahead and recover. We're going to go into a cardio burst again. Just like before, 2 moves, 30 seconds each for 3 rounds. This time, we're going to do our shuffle with our crossbody punch. So we've got 2 options. You can either step together, step, punch, step together, step, punch, okay? So you can just make it 2 steps and pivot and punch, or you can shuffle it, shuffle, shuffle, punch. Okay, you can put a little hop to it. Okay, so it's up to you what intensity you want to bring there, okay? And then our second one is we're going to do ham curls, and we're going to do a palms up, pull back. Okay, palms are going to be up. This is just going to get into our biceps a little more as we do that movement there. Okay, so there are 2 cardio moves, 3 rounds, no rest in between, 30 seconds each, starting with our shuffle, cross body punch. Remember, you can either 2-step it or do that little gallop, lateral gallop, okay? Here we go in 3, 2, and 1, all right? So you pick what works for you. Ten more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we are going right into our ham curls with that palms up, pull back, okay? And here we go, back to that 2-step crossbody or shuffle, crossbody punch. Tap around 2. 5 more seconds here. 2 and 1, here we go. Ten more seconds here, then we have 1 more round of these 2. 3, 2, 1, let's shuffle, shuffle, cross. Ten more seconds. 5, 2, and time. All right, nice work. Let's get our heart rate to come down here for a second, and then we are going to finish with a few core and stretching exercises, okay? That'll gradually just take us into our warm-up. A little different here, okay? So, oh wait, did I forget what I forgot our last set, guys. We're not done yet. Here. We're gonna finish it, all right? Here we go. I'm gonna cheat you out of your 3 minutes here. Sorry about that. Two and 1. Okay, now we got our 3 minutes of cardio, and go ahead and recover a little bit more. Our last bit is going to be a cool down with a little bit of core focus here. Okay, so we're going to do 40 seconds of work, followed by 10 seconds of recovery. Okay, what we're going to do for our first exercise is we're going to play around with some balance here. Okay, why not? We haven't done that. So we're going to do 20 seconds on one side, all right, or about 15 seconds per side. I'll give you a little heads up before we switch to the other side. Okay, you can have a chair or something close by. Let's just kind of gauge and see how much stability we have on one leg for balance. After we do both sides there, we're going to come in and do our hip circles as our one of our joint mobilization exercises. Okay, so that's our first pair. All right, so we're going to do 20 seconds each side of our balance. Have a chair available here. All right, and we're just trying to find that neuromuscular control. This is bracing everything in our body. Okay, so this is core work through balance. Okay, let's get ready. Pick a side. If you know you have a weaker side, start with that one. Okay. All right, guys. Let's get ready in 3, 2, and 1. And it's okay. You don't have the whole 20 seconds. It's okay if you don't make it the whole 20 seconds. I would just suggest, if it keeps on tapping down, to just like gently put your finger on a chair or a wall or something that gives you a minimal assistance. Okay. We're going to get ready to switch in 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides here. Maybe it helps to stare at a focal point in the room. Just 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay. Let's take those feet wider than the width of our shoulders. We're going to do 20 seconds of hip circles in one direction and 20 seconds in the other. Ready? Here we go. So just kind of think of that ball and socket joint in your hip, and you're just kind of stirring the pot, right? We're going to switch directions in 2 and 1. Here we go. Other direction. We're gonna do one more set of balance after this. Okay. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. We're gonna go back to that balance that we did the first time. See how we do in round 2 here. Let's get ready and begin. All right. Find that focal point. And it's normal to feel your ankle wiggling all around there, like all those neuroreceptors in your body. It's your body giving you feedback of how to stay stabilized. Let's get ready to switch. 2 and 1. Other side. Less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Our next stretch exercise is going to be for the back of our legs. So if you have a chair or a step or even the floor, we're going to stretch 20 seconds per side. Okay. I'm going to use my chair here. We're stretching the back of the leg here. Okay, just come over where it feels comfortable for you. You don't have to try to get all the way down there or anything. You just want to feel that nice pull through the back of your leg. Okay, let's switch sides. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, our next core exercise is going to be on our chair. We're going to sit towards the edge of our chair. We're going to hold onto the sides, whether it's the sides like mine or like this. And we're going to pull that flexed foot in, just like so, alternating and kind of leaning forward like you're getting a crunch through your lower from these knee pulls in, but you're also kind of crunching forward, activating your upper abs too. We're doing 2 sets of these. Three, 2, and 1. Okay, we're pairing that with our lateral stretch. We're going to hold for 20 seconds each side here. Okay, it's an option to hold on to that wrist to come a little further if you like. Here we go. Feel that whole side body stretch here. And if you don't want to hold on to that arm, you could always just do something like this, reaching up and over, like where the ceiling and the wall meet in that corner. Okay, let's go ahead and switch sides. I'm going to go back to those alternating knee tucks next. Three, 2, and 1. Okay, we have one more set of our alternating knee tucks. So again, I'm kind of on the edge of my chair. I'm scooped a little bit, okay? I'm kind of like C curving my back here a little bit. All right, here we go. Final set of these. Three, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to do one more exercise, 2 more exercises, just one set. We're going to do our cat-cow. Okay, so we're going to get to that spine here. All right, we're going to roll. So think of that spine, flexing and extending. Just one set of these. These are our last 2 pull down moves. releasing our spine in this vertical position here. I have 10 more seconds. 5, 2, and 1. Okay, final move right here. Okay, we're gonna do our alternating. So now we're gonna release our spine in that rotational. Here we go. So I'm kind of trying to follow that back shoulder, you know, trying to look over that back shoulder with my eyes. Just go through where your body wants to allow you to go. No forcing. Just really trying to mobilize our spine from multiple directions here. Spine does house our central nervous system, right? So it's kind of like the, you know, all the computer parts of our body, right? Take good care of it. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. All right, nice job, guys. A little different kind of cool down day today. Mobility and core. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a big inhale up. Exhale, palms to heart. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, palms to heart. Thanks so much for coming, guys. I hope you enjoyed the workout.